Welcome to today's training on Facebook campaigns for real estate. My name's Chris Scott here at the Paperless Agent, and today we're going to share with you how you can use Facebook to replace some of the old methods of how we would have done real estate marketing. Today I want to share with you guys how we're going to use Facebook to run just listed or just sold campaigns using the Facebook ads mechanism. Now what we have found is this is working really well for us. And we have a brokerage here in Austin, Texas that we have been running Facebook ads for, and I wanted to share with you one of the campaigns that's working. We'll actually take a live look at one of the real campaigns that we have running here. You can actually see a sample of what that looks like on the screen there if you're looking at your screen in front of you. I'm going to share with you that, as well as do a live demonstration on how you can go in and within just 5-10 minutes go in and create an ad yourself. So let's go ahead and talk about a little bit about what we're going to talk about. Your hosts today, well, today you got just me. If you've attended any of our public trainings in the past, you would have seen that it would be myself and Gary Wise, but Gary Wise is currently on vacation today, so he won't be joining us. However, we'll be relying on my expertise in running Facebook ads for Good Life Realty. So don't worry, guys. I promise to give you everything that I've got, to give you the best that I've got today, and to equip you to run Facebook ads. Just a reminder, everything that we're going to share with you is stuff that we've tested in our brokerage here in Austin, Texas. We have Good Life Realty, and day in, day out, we're, just like you guys, helping home buyers, home sellers, buy and sell real estate here in Austin, Texas, and helping them find a good life here. And so what we're going to share with you today is stuff that we've tested, stuff that we're learning. We're pioneering a lot of this, and in fact, we have some really cool results that we can share with you today. And I think by the end of today's session, you're going to have a pretty good understanding of not only why this is an important technology to consider and use, but also how what we would have done in the past, and I mean even just in the very near past, like a year ago, how it's evolving and how the nature of the internet and how the nature of social media is evolving to cause, well, it's just forcing us to change how we do business, which has been a constant and regular thing in business. So by the end of today's session, you're going to understand the impact Facebook already has, as well as the impact that the internet already has on our clients' view of you, i.e. us, and how we get referred. So this, even the way the internet and social media, the way it's now intersecting with our real estate businesses and our real estate lives and just our lives in general. Like, take real estate out of the picture and out of the equation for a second. Consumer behavior, people's behavior has been changing, and so we're going to share with you how it's been changing and how it affects the traditional means of how we would have gotten business. We're also going to talk about, I'm going to show you how to run a Facebook campaign, and then you're going to know at the very end, we'll cover the 3 steps to get up and running using Facebook ad campaigns. So well, I'd like to start this session off by just stating a pretty bold number here and a very bold fact that is a real, it shows the implication, and really I think from this number we can derive the changes that are taking place in real estate and in our world. So 1.32 billion monthly active users as of June 30th, 2014. That is the number of active users in, oh, I'm getting a little note here to ask everybody about audio to make sure. If you guys can hear me, go ahead and use that GoToWebinar interface just to give me a little shout out to know whether you guys can hear me. Sometimes it's hard for us to know whether we're having audio issues, if it's just local to the individual or if it's a broader issue. So if you guys can, just take a moment, give us a shout out, let me know where you're calling in from or where you're viewing from and how your audio is sounding. All right, I'm seeing lots of positives, very positive. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bump the audio up just a little bit, and hopefully for those of you where it was sounding a little bit distant, that resolves that. I'm even going to move my microphone right in front of you. Okay, back to the presentation and our regularly scheduled and programming content. So 1.32 billion monthly active users of Facebook. That is 1 out of 7 people on this earth. A little bit more, I think. So 1 out of 7 people on this earth are using Facebook at least once a month. That's a significant number, right? Just think, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, there was no platform where this many people were using to engage and interact on a regular basis. In fact, Facebook is by far the largest, most widely adopted social media property out there. So by a factor of like 3, Facebook has the largest share of users. Facebook has 3 times the users than its closest competitor. And if you're going to spend time trying to connect with your customer or with your prospective customer, where should you go? You got to go where they're at. So if you're going to spend time using social media or spend time to learn how to use it or invest dollars in its advertising or invest time to learn how to do these things, wouldn't it make sense to go where most people are at, where you're going to have the most likelihood to reach your prospective customer or your current customers? And so this is why at Good Life Realty, yes, do we have LinkedIn profiles? Of course we do. Do we have a Pinterest account? Yes. And do we have a Twitter account? Do we have Instagram? Yes, we have all those things. But where do we spend the majority of our time, energy, and resources? It's on Facebook. And this is exactly why. So a couple of fun stats here related to Facebook. You can look at this screen. The only one that I really want to spend time a lot is the one that's underlined on your screen there. So the average person, the average user, so out of the 1.32 billion users of Facebook, the average person goes on and spends 40 minutes every single day on Facebook. 40 minutes, all right? 40 minutes on this one web property. 40 minutes on this one social network. Out of their entire day, 40 minutes is spent here. And that's a significant amount of people and time being used here on the internet. Now, here's one of the things I wanted to share with you. This also indicates what I believe is a trend in how we interact with social media. Whereas in the past, social media was purely a means to interact, it's also becoming a form of media consumption now as well. It's becoming more than just how we check in on people. It's how we consume information, and in a large part how people are finding news that's relevant to them, meaning like news that even affects their friends and their family members. So this is a significant trend and change in how we view social media. So both of these things, the fact that there's so many people here, the fact that they're on Facebook, and the fact that they're spending so much time is why we have decided to use Facebook as one of our primary platforms for advertising. So 5 reasons using the Facebook for your business. Here are 5. You want to write these down. The first one, and I'm going to cover these in a little bit more detail so they make more sense. First, and I can't emphasize this first one enough, your online reputation. I'm going to show you a report that shows exactly how important it is that we take control of what is out on the internet about us. All right, so Facebook is part of your online reputation. You can use this as a means to expand the number of people who you reach, the number of people with whom you have a relationship with, or to stay in touch. And as an alternative to the inbox, right? People are overwhelmed with emails coming in their inbox. So this is a great alternative to the inbox. And I got to share with you, it's a very low-cost method of advertising. In fact, I'm going to show you how we would have done a just listed campaign just short 5 years ago, and the costs associated with doing that just listed campaign, and the fraction of the cost that we do them now on Facebook. I'm going to share those numbers with you, and I'm going to share with you the campaign. The other thing you can use Facebook for, and it's funny, I was talking to one of our coaching clients, was it last Friday, and we were running through the methodology that we use for using Facebook with this coaching client, and she basically said, if I implement this, wouldn't this lower my cost of lead generation? Right now, I'm paying some of the portal companies up to $25 per lead. And I said, absolutely. Now, it'll take some time for you to develop your Facebook page and your ad structure to be able to create that. But yes, for a fraction of the cost, because what are those lead generation companies doing is they're implementing it and then marking it up significantly so that they can pay for it. So if you're looking to fine-tune your profitability, and you want to utilize something like Facebook ads, you can absolutely use this for lead generation. By the way, does it have to replace the other things that you're doing? No, it can be additive if you want to grow your business. It's one more source of business for you. So what did I mean by your online reputation? and why your online reputation and what happens on social media is so important. And I'm not just talking about having like funny and silly photos on the internet of you. What I'm talking about is this study here done by Google. And this was published just in August 2014, so just a couple of months ago. And what Google did was they looked at all of the search history over the last home buying and selling season. They looked at all the search history related to real estate searches. So this is just for both home buying and home selling. So all real estate related searches. Google did a study, and here's what they found. And I think you guys will find this pretty interesting, if not maybe a little alarming. But here's what they found. They found 2 in 3 real estate searchers, so people, buyers, sellers, research prospective agents extensively online prior to working with them. So what does that mean? What does extensively, what does being researched extensively online mean? I'll tell you what, it doesn't mean that they just looked at your web page once for 5 minutes and then decided to call you. Even if it's a referred person, it doesn't mean that they're just going to check out the web page and, all right, let's call this individual. Research extensively implies that they're going to your website. They're going to your social media site. They're going to your LinkedIn profile. They're looking at everything that they can find about you prior to working with you. Why? Because what we see on the internet becomes fact. Like it or not, agree with it or disagree with it, what we see on the internet becomes fact. It's kind of like in the old days, if it was in the newspapers, if it was published in the newspapers, it must be true. Well, today, if it's published on the internet, it must be true. So whether you like it or not, this dynamic is affecting all of us. And so knowing that people who are going to engage with you prospectively, past clients, anyone who's going to engage with you, there's a really good chance that they're going to research you extensively online, means you have to take control of what is available about you online. Now, that can either hurt you or it can help you. The more positive information that they see, the more information that they can actually get served with, the more credibility adds to you and more likely that they're going to work with you. Here's another study that was done by the Baylor Business Keller Center for Research. And here's what they found. They found that, and this is important for all of us who focus on past clients, referred business, and word of mouth. Right? So if you fit in that category, which is like 50 to 60% of the business, then this is an important fact for you to know, which is this. In this study, they found that word of mouth spreads regarding the ease of use of a realtor's website. Go figure. I mean, to me, that seems crazy, but this is what they did. They studied research. They researched home buyers and sellers and their interaction with real estate agents, and they came to this realization that word of mouth actually was related to the ease of use of the realtor's website. Why is that? Answers it in the next statement that they made. They said it gives buyers and sellers a clue about the potential quality they might find if they contact that individual. So it gives them, whether that's true or not. So it's not to say that this is true, meaning that if you have, let's say, an older, because you've been busy and you haven't had a chance to update your website, or it's kind of outdated, or maybe you've never really focused on putting one in the first place, it gives people a clue. Their perception is that based on what they see online is how they're going to get served. That may be true, it may not be true. You might have a crappy website but provide an awesome experience. Unfortunately, here's what happens. People go online, they research you, right? 2 out of 3 home searchers go and they research you online, and then they make a judgment call based on what they're seeing about you. This is even, again, whether even from like a past client referring you. In this last statement, it says customers satisfied with the website will, as a consequence, be more loyal and spread positive message to others. Now, I say all of this because your online presence is public, it's highly visible, defines your online reputation for new and past clients, and guess what? What people see on Facebook, and I'm not, like I said, what people see on Facebook is going to affect what they see and think about you. It's so important to have good information that serves your target audience. And what I'm going to show you is how you can now take, so the fact that you should be here, that point should already be communicated in the last few slides and the information I just shared with you. But the next point I'm going to share with you is that it's essential. If you're going to use this as a means to market and promote your business, then you have to be present. You have to show up. You just have to show up here. So hopefully I've convinced you to take control and pay extra special attention to your online presence, both on your website, on Facebook, all your social media properties, on your LinkedIn profiles, anything where you're represented online, meaning that someone can see a view of your life and your career online. I hope that you're going to take control of it. So let's talk specifically, however, about how you can now use Facebook to run a just listed campaign. Now, in the old days, and I say old days kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? So in the old days, what we would have done is, here's a real live just listed postcard that we did. This is one from Good Life Team. I think we ran this one a few years ago. This was one of Gary's listing, my business partner's listings that he ran, and let's see where it was located at. So it was a front and back postcard that we mailed. It was on 7901 Bee Cave Road, unit number 19, and this is what we did. I think Gary was sharing with me that he had dropped this. I think it was around $2,000 or $3,000 to print, ship, the postage, so on and so forth, to the areas that he mailed this postcard to. Now, why would he do a just listed campaign? The reason he would do a just listed campaign is he wanted everybody in the neighborhoods that he served to know that he was the person who sold the homes in this area, in this market, that we were the brokerage, we were the folks that, if you're thinking of buying or selling a home, you should contact us, because obviously the proof is in the pudding. We just listed this home and we can list yours as well. All right? And so part of this just listed campaign, we also would do just sold campaigns in this fashion as well. Hey, we just sold this property. Because why? It worked before, right? There's a reason why we did just listed campaigns in the form of a postcard. It's because people would see us as being the ones who did the business in the area, right? And so we would fashion something like this together, put it into the zip codes that we wanted to target, that we wanted to farm, and we would send this out. And to the tune of a couple of grand, we would do this from time to time. Now, I'm going to share with you an alternate route that has some pretty significant benefits. So not only is it far more cost effective, and what I mean by that is you could literally run this type of just listed campaign for $1 a day in Facebook. Now, you may want to spend $2 a day, but you could spend $1 a day. In fact, I think for this ad that I'm going to share with you, we're spending $2 a day. But not only is it very, very cost effective, very affordable, I should say, you can get phenomenal tracking and information about the activity that happens as a result of your just listed or just sold campaign. So back when we did these postcards, we would only know if someone took action on the call to action, i.e., they texted us or they messaged us or they called us and they referenced that this is what it came from. But we had no idea how many people this actually reached. I mean, we knew how the potential audience size was based on the postage that we paid, but we don't know whether the person looked at it or whether it just got dropped into the trash can or if it never got delivered at all, for that matter. In this new way of using Facebook to run a just listed campaign, we can see the actual results. I mean, we can understand how many people saw this, how many people clicked on it, how many people interacted with it, how many people inquired more information about the property or about listing a home with us. Well, we have complete visibility into all the steps that took place. Whereas in the old days, we would just send it out there and kind of hope for the best. We knew it worked, but we couldn't really get granular in the results that it produced for us. In this day and age, we can have complete transparency into what's happening, or very close to it, I should say. So, one more benefit, and in the past, what we would have done for a just listed campaign in a postcard mailing like this, we would send it out based on purely geographic delivery, meaning that we would pick zip codes, or we might use every door direct mail for a specific mail route, but we were only able to put this in front of people based on the zip codes that they were in, which from a farming perspective is great. However, there's a huge advantage within Facebook, which is I can put this in front of people based on very specific criteria, meaning I could put it in front of people based on their income, their net worth, not just geographic, but their income, their net worth, whether they're likely to move, whether they're a homeowner, whether they're a home renter. So Facebook has all this really rich information about its users, and so we can use that information to not put this ad in front of people who won't appreciate it and won't value it and therefore won't take action on it. You know, if we can put the right information in front of the right people at the right time, that advertisement will be seen as value, not spam, right? If you can give someone You know, and I used this example in our coaching session yesterday. Let's say you were walking here in Austin, Texas, and it was 100 degrees out, and you realized you were kind of parched and you wanted a Texas tea. At that moment in time, it would be fantastic to be given some advertising explaining where the closest path to the Texas tea that I could purchase and to save 50% on that Texas tea. At that time, that'd be really relevant. I would see that as very valuable to me and would not see that as spam, but to see that as something that I would want to take advantage of. And so using the right targeting tools, and Facebook offers these tools, you as well can put your message, the right message, in front of the right people so that you don't waste money putting it in front of people who don't want to see your marketing messages or your advertising messages or the promotion of your business, because it's not relevant to that at that point in time in their life. So Facebook gives you the tools to do so. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to show a campaign. Actually, before I do a demonstration, I want to pull up a real live Facebook campaign here. So let me just pull up my screen, expand it so you guys can see what it looks like here. And we're going to go to Facebook.com, and I need to log out here and go to my other account that I have that ad running. So I'm going to take you guys to one of my demo accounts. However, this has a real campaign that we're running. So let me just go in here. I've gone into Facebook, and if you guys might not see this little ads manager under your shortcuts, all you have to do is go to the top there and type in ads manager, and it'll redirect you here. Now, I've got a couple of different ads that are running right now here. I'm going to go to this ad that I've got running for our Good Life website to promote this Founders Place listing that we have. And this campaign we started on September 11th, and it's been running since then. We've spent a total of $114 to get 839 people to click on it and view the website. The frequency has been 1.8 times, and the average cost per website click is 14 cents. Now you might be wondering, how is this even useful? So let me show you exactly how we're using this and how we're doing it. So I've got two ads here that are running. One is at a regional level, right? So this is for prospective buyers of this property, and another one is at a local level. This is people who would see this and say, oh, these folks are listing that property that's in my neighborhood, or a property like the one that I have. I wonder if I should contact them about listing my property. And so we'll go into the details of this local one, which we're using to market to prospective sellers and create impressions around those folks. This portion of the campaign has an average of 14 cents per website click and 439 clicks. Here's what the ad itself looks like. Let me scroll down. So you can see here's what the ad looks like. It says stunning home in Spicewood with Arnold Palmer Design Golf Course. You can see this is what the ad looks like if they clicked on the Learn More. It actually takes them to our blog where they can learn more about it and get more details. This is a luxury listing of Gary's. I think it's listed at $1.5 million. But you can see what we're doing is right here is where the targeting is. Now I mentioned how you can target very, very specifically. So in this case it's targeting zip codes that have other properties like this one in the same geographic area, but we're also targeting a specific age range because being a $1.5 million property in the Austin area, we know that you're most likely going to be between 40 and or over 40 years old. And then we're targeting people with a net worth of, in this case, over $100,000, so $100,000 to $1 million, 1 million to 2 million, and over 2 million. So Facebook understands that. You can see that the potential audience size for this advertisement is 11,600 people. And based on that, the results that we have is we're driving highly, highly targeted traffic to our website of people who have a certain income range that live in a particular area that very important for them to see the impression, right? So rather than spending, remember how much I said it costs a few $1,000s to run that Just Listed campaign before? We have now spent a total of like $114, like I said. And this one is spending, the budget for this one is $1 a day. You can see it right here. The budget for this ad is $1 a day. So you guys might be curious, how do you create this? Hopefully you might be asking. What I'm going to do is show you guys how to create an ad just like the one that I built here for you. To do so, I'm just going to pull up our website real quick though, so that I can drive the traffic to the page on our website. So on our blog, so just to give you guys a quick rundown, on our blog we list all the properties that we have, listings that we have for sale. This is that one for Founders Place. So when people click on this ad, they're brought to this page where they can watch a video and view more photos and learn more about it and then contact us for information on it. So I'm going to go through and show you guys now how to set this up. So the way to do so is, like I mentioned before, you'll want to go to, we're going to use the Power Editor tool to create this. I'm a big believer in the Power Editor tool as opposed to creating ads using the wizard-driven format here. And the reason I use Power Editor is for the exact reason that I shared with you before, is that I'm able to target very specifically different interests, different income ranges. So a lot of those advanced targeting features aren't available in the self-serve ad tools that you're going to see on Facebook. So for example, if you do a post on Facebook, this is my demo account. Let me go to, we can go to the Good Life Realty Facebook page. You guys have probably seen that you can boost a post. Hitting this button here. Unfortunately, you just don't have the same targeting abilities using these self-serve ad features, which is why I use the Power Editor tool to do so. So like I said, we're going to go to facebook.com/ads manager. Now in order to use the Power Editor tool to create this, you have to be using the Google Chrome web browser. Currently that's the only supported browser, and that's what you use to surf the internet. So it's not going to work in Internet Explorer. It's not going to work in Firefox or Safari. Now, good thing is Chrome, the web browser by Google, is free. So you can, if you're not using it already, you can quickly download it and start using it. It's absolutely free. It's a good web browser. And once you do, and you're in this Ads Manager, you can see on the left-hand side there's some navigation links. And you're just going to click on the one that says, you can see on my screen here where it says Power Editor, so you just click on that. Now what it's going to do is it's going to load the Power Editor app into my browser, and I can start working with it. Now, very, 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 very important. This first step that I'm going to share with you is a critical step that if you don't do it, you can't pass go. No Facebook ads for you. You have to do this one step, which is here on the top of my screen. I'm going to blow it up a little bit again so you guys can see it. On the top of my screen where it says Download the Power Editor, you're going to want to click on Download the Power Editor. It's going to download all the information that it needs to create ads, to allow you to create the ads. And then when you're done making changes or creating ads, when you're done, you're going to click on this button here to upload changes, to upload them so that they will then run through the approval process and then run on Facebook. So important, important, important. Please remember that. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Download a Power Editor. It's going to prompt me to download it for this account. So you just click on Download. It's going to say, hey, downloading data will erase any changes that have not been uploaded. That's okay, because I haven't made any changes yet. So I just click on Continue, and you'll see that it's downloading all the information that it needs to give us the ability to create ads. So let's go ahead and go through the process of creating an ad. Right here, you're going to see, before I do that, let me show you guys real quickly a little bit of the ad hierarchy. So when you're creating an ad, there are 3 levels of containers that you would use. So the first level is at the campaign level. This is where you would set your advertising objective. So in this case, we're going to use the advertising objective of website clicks. There's 7 or 8, and I'll show you what those objectives are in just a moment when we create the ad. But by setting the advertising objective, Facebook will then optimize your ad for that objective. So if your goal is to get likes for your Facebook page, that's a different advertising objective than to get clicks to your website. So we will select the advertising objective at the campaign level, and then within the campaign you would have 1 or more ad sets. Ad sets is where you set the budget. It's where you set the time frame in which the ad is going to run. And currently, what Facebook suggests is that you organize your ad sets based on your audience. And in the future, it should happen in the next month or 2. In the future, you would actually set your audience at the ad set level as well. So you need 1 or more ad sets within a campaign. Within each ad set, you can have 1 or more ads, and the ads is where you would set the creative, and currently it's where you define who you want the ad to run to, as well as the bidding for ad. This will all make more sense when I do this live demonstration. So what's important to know is that within that ad set, you can have one or more ads. Facebook, if you create more than one ad in an ad set, Facebook will automatically split test those ads and favor the one that works to get better response from the audience that is working. So it has an automatically built-in split testing feature for you, and so as you get more sophisticated with it, you can create multiple ads, and that's how you would ultimately lower your cost of advertising, is by creating multiple versions of an ad that get lower and lower and lower in cost per click or cost per whatever result that you're looking for, and that'll lower your cost for advertising overall. All right, so let's go ahead and jump back to Facebook and begin this process of building an ad so you can see how to do this. So remember I just went over the campaigns, ad sets, and ads. So you can see it right across the top here. I'll blow that up. Campaigns, ad sets, and ads. So what we're going to do is click on the Campaigns tab, and then you're going to see here off right below it is a little plus sign. And what should pop up is where you'll see on my screen where it says Create Campaign. So you just click on that plus sign, and it's going to prompt you to enter a campaign name. Now I've got a naming convention that I use that I'll share with you. So since we have multiple Facebook properties, I always start by providing an abbreviation for the name of the Facebook page that this is going on. I've talked to a lot of you out there who have multiple pages out there, and there's good reason that you do. And so you may want to, because it's all going to run from the same advertising account, is when you're building a campaign and it's for only one of the properties, is to note that. Or if it's for all of the Facebook properties that you have, you should note that. But in this case, GLR stands for Good Life Realty because it's for the Good Life Realty Facebook page. The next thing I do is then I put what the objective is. And this makes it easier for me as I'm reading through all of my ads to see, all right, this is what Facebook page is for, this is what the objective of the campaign is, and then what I like to do is to provide a distinguishing name for it. So I'm going to put in here Founders Place, and then I'm just going to put in here example so that I know that that's an example. It's not the real one that's running. And we'll make a note here. That's the property that's for, and I'm just going to put in here just listed. So that's the name. Auction, then it'll be prompted for buying type. You're going to want to leave this as auction. And then here's the where you would set the objective. You can see there's multiple objectives here. You've got clicks to website, website conversions, page post engagements. That's when you post on your Facebook page and you want people to engage and comment and like and share it. Facebook has a campaign type that will specifically optimize or run the ad in ideal circumstances to achieve that result. We've got page likes. This is to get likes for a page that you might be running. And then they have a bunch of different things like app installs for mobile and desktop. You can have offers and claims, event responses. We use the event responses when we're promoting an open house, which we also use in Facebook, as well as video views. For the purpose of this campaign, though, for our Just Listed, since we're going to be driving this traffic to our website on our blog, we're going to use clicks to website. Then just click on the Create button, and voila, the campaign component to this Facebook ad has been created. So you can see the details here. The next step is for us to create one or more ad sets inside this campaign so that we can build ads in the ad set. So to do so, like I clicked across the top, I'm just going to click on Ad Sets. I'm going to click on the plus sign again under the Ad Sets, and it's going to first prompt me to either choose or create a new campaign. Since we just created the campaign for GLR website Founders Place example just listed, we'll select that. And then we need to name our ad set as well. Now, the naming convention that I use is I copy and paste the campaign name, I paste that into the ad set, and then I add some additional qualifying information. So recall that the ad set we want to organize by audience, and so in this case I'm going to say the audience is the local folks. And so this is a local audience. This will be for the purpose of targeting prospective sellers so that they would see that I'm running this ad. So I'm just going to click on Create, and now I've created the ad set. Now there's a few things that we have to specify here under the ad set. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see that you can set a budget as well as the ad set, the dates of which it's going to run. Now, this you can either choose between daily or lifetime for a just listed campaign. Since I don't know when it's going to end, I set it on daily, and I've got to turn off when that property has sold. And I can convert this campaign into a just sold. If I were doing an open house, I would have an end date of when I would want the campaign to start running, so I would use a lifetime budget for that. But I'm going to just set a daily budget of $2 for this campaign. You could set it for 1. I'm just going to set it for 2. $2 will be enough for me to get enough traffic to determine how do I improve the ad. And then I would leave this as run my ad continuously. It'll start today. If I unselect that little checkbox, you'll see I can select an end date and specify a time, but I'm just going to let this one run for continuously. And then you're going to leave the status as scheduled. Now you've configured the ad set. Our last step is to build the ad itself. So you go to Ads. Remember on the top here where the tabs are, you just click on the Ads tab. Again, the plus sign is there, but now it denotes the fact that we're going to create an ad. So we click on that plus sign, and it's going to first prompt us to select the campaign that it's going to run in. So we're going to select that Founders Place example campaign that we created for it. Then we're going to select the ad set that we want this ad to reside in, right? So that there could be one or more ads within the ad set. So we're just going to select that, and then we got to name the ad itself. And if you guys picked up on what I did to name the ad set where I was copying from the campaign, we are now going to copy from the ad set to create a name for the ad, which I just did. Except for now I'm going to add some additional information to say that this is the image 2 that we're going to use. So I have another one where I use image 1. Well, just for the purpose of simplicity, we'll just say image 1. And then if I create multiple ads, I would say image 2, 3, or 4 to test out different images to see which ones work better. So then I click on Create. And now we've created the ad. We just have to go through the details of specifying the information that's going to go on the ad. We do so by scrolling down a little bit. So you can see here the ad name. You can see here the objective. You can see here if you have multiple Facebook pages, you would choose it. I'm going to go ahead and choose Good Life Realty. And now we can create the ad using this interface right here you see on my screen to fill out the details and the information of the ad. So the first thing that I need is, because the objective is to get a website click, the first thing I'm going to enter here is the website URL. So this is the destination URL that I want people to arrive when they click on the ad. In this case, it's going to be on this blog post on my website. So I'm just going to copy and paste the URL here so that I can paste it into the ad. Now you're going to see that it begins the process of creating a preview of what your ad is going to look like on the other side. You can see here it automatically pulled an image in from where I was at, and we're going to modify all this, but it starts by default pulling information from the website to populate this ad. We're going to add some more information though. So to do that, the first thing we want to have in here is the text. This is the post text. So this is going to go right above the ad. So this is going to appear in people's news feeds. I want to have the post text that it's going to appear at. So what I'll do is I'm just going to put in here, check out this stunning luxury home in Spicewood, Texas with Arnold Palmer designed golf course. All right, so that is the post text. Now I've put that in there, and you can see that it put it in real time. It adjusted the preview right here where it says, check out this stunning luxury home in Spicewood, Texas with Arnold Palmer designed golf course. So the next thing we're going to do is do the link description. This is what shows up right here. Right now it says stunning surrounding and views. So what I'm going to do for the description is I'm just going to go down to the blog post itself. I'm going to copy some of the content from the description and just plug it in there. Make it easier on myself. So I'm just going to copy that information into the link description, and you can see it then entered it right here where it says plenty of privacy found in the single-story waterfront home with amazing Texas sunsets overlooking manicured golf course and hills beyond. Okay. And then we need a link headline. which is right now it says for sale, yada, yada, yada. What we're going to do is put in here luxury home in Spicewood for sale. I don't know, I'm in Texas. For some reason, we always specify that it's Texas after the city name of the town. So here, you can see the real-time preview, luxury home in Spicewood, Texas for sale. Fantastic. Then we have the display link. This is the website URL that you want to show. Right now it says Good Life Team, so I'm just going to go ahead and enter Good Life Team. That's the name of our website, or the URL of our website. And then here's where we would select an image. I have this image. I think I'm going to choose this other image over here. It's for the same property. It's just a different image. So we have this nice looking image there from the backyard. And we can reposition that image just by clicking on reposition and changing that up a little bit. So we'll just modify it like that. And then, so now you can get a preview of the ad, see what it's looking like. Now one of the things I want to add is a call to action button. You'll see that down here where it says call to action. Currently it says no button. I'm going to put in here learn more. So you can choose between book now, learn more, download, shop now, sign up. We'll just do learn more. And then you can see what happens is that right here it'll show this learn more button. So it'll prompt people to click that button if they want to learn more about that property. By default it also has a hey, I'm going to like this page at the very top of it. But the call to action is if they want to see more pictures of this property they can by just clicking here and going to the website to do so. You don't need, next thing is for this conversion tracking pixel. For this type of campaign, we're not going to need this. Facebook is going to automatically track the website clicks that it generates, so I don't necessarily need to see then how many people got to the web page. If I were doing something, if I had a campaign though that were to promote a home buying guide and I wanted to see how many downloads took place, I would use this conversion tracking pixel, and you just go through and you'd say I want to check key web page views, and you would name it, and then you would copy and paste the code onto your web page, and then you could track how many people downloaded that home buying guide that I was promoting here on Facebook. So then you got to choose placement. You can choose between mobile news feed, desktop right column, partner mobile apps, which is apps that have been developed by third-party partners that would show advertising. I'm going to unselect all of these and just have it run in the news feed. I found that what we have found is the best results we get are from the mobile news feed. I'm going to go ahead and leave the desktop news feed on as well for this campaign. And then scroll back to the top, and this is where we're going to choose the audience. So you see there's creative, audience, and optimization and pricing. So we're going to go to audience, and this is where we would select who we want to see this ad. So I'm just going to type in Austin, Texas with a radius of 25 miles. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and change the age to 40 and up. We'll leave the gender here as both male and female. And you can see right here the potential audience is 340,000 people. Now, a lot of those people are really not good candidates for this ad. So I want to start narrowing out people based on some demographics. So I'm just going to go to this demographics button, drop down, click on it. It's going to show financial. And what I'm really looking for is people who could afford this property or could afford a property like this to buy and sell one. So I'm going to go ahead and say people with an income of over $100,000 or over, so 100,000, 125, or over 125,000. By selecting those two, you can see it went from 370,000 to the potential audience is 46,000. So that was one of the first criteria I have is can they afford this? Now I could even narrow this down a little bit further based on their likelihood of even moving, right? So to do that, I would just go to behaviors, and under behaviors, I can go to, scroll down a little bit, I can go to residential profiles, and under residential profiles, I can put this likely to move category. So by selecting that, it's going to be a smaller amount of people, but granted, there's only so many people who are going to be a target for this type of ad, right? So these are folks who are likely to move. I think what I'm going to do is I'm also going to add in here, we'll leave it at that. So This is targeting people who are likely to move, who have an income of a certain range, so that this for this type of property, and now we've selected our audience. You can see there's so many cool things. You can we can actually take off likely to move. You could go to demographics and go to home and choose home type, home ownership. So you could target people based on whether or not they were homeowners or renters. So we could say homeowners. There's 36,000 people who are homeowners in this area who have an income of a certain range. All right. So again, that's how you would want to, like for our campaign, you saw the one that I had, the real one that I was running had an audience of around 11,000. Don't get caught up in the numbers, quality over quantity. All right, so it's quality over quantity. In fact, the more quality, the less you're going to spend overall to market to those folks because they're most likely to respond. So that's how you do that's how you find the people that you want to see this ad. And then we go to optimization pricing. You've got cost per click, CPC, CPM, which is cost per 1,000 impressions, or optimized CPM. Time and time again, I've tested this. I would just, here's what we do is we use optimized CPM. There's been a number of studies that have checked, which one was better, more effective, and optimized CPM seems this is what that does. It allows Facebook, gives it a little bit of license to go out, find the people most likely, and the timing, and put it in front of the folks where you're going to get the results that you want to get. So in this case, it'll be website clicks. So now we've done everything that we needed to do. You can see here's a preview of the ad. You can see what it's going to look like in the mobile news feed. By clicking on, see here where it says preview ads, you can do desktop news feed, mobile news feed. It's just taking a second to generate that mobile news feed preview, but there it is. You can see it's got that call to action button on it. You can see the potential audience that we have and the details behind the audience that we've selected right here. And now we've done everything that we need to build the ad. The last step that we have to do, if you recall, is just to click on Upload Changes. Now I'm not going to click on the Upload Changes button because I have a bunch of ads running already and I don't want to have another one running for this founder place listing. But what we can do is I'll show you again, once you upload it, what it's going to look like. So just by going this, like I said, here's the real one, the one that's running. We have one, actually, let me go back here. For the regional level, I actually have two. I need to update this one because I have two different ads running, one with this backyard image and one with the front yard image or the front of the home image. They have the same targeting. This is targeting people in cities with a net worth of over $1 million, or either in Houston and San Antonio. We use this because we share these reports with the home seller. So we actually go in here and show our seller this information, and we show them, hey, this is how much traffic your property has had on the website. This is who we're targeting to purchase this property, and they can get real-time results and real-time feedback on what's happening. So in this case, you can see, I believe, I'm just going to compress these, but the backyard image, I think, is performing a little bit better. It's a little bit newer. I just put the backyard image, but you can see the click-through rate's a little bit higher. So anyway, that is the process. Now, you might be wondering, what do I do next, right? What's the next step? Because there are a few prerequisites before you just start setting up and running these ads, okay? So let me go back to my slide deck so I can just give you guys what you need to do. There's 2/3 prerequisites that you need. The first one is we got to have a Facebook business page. So don't confuse this with your Facebook profile, which is what you would normally use to interact with everybody on Facebook. You need a Facebook business page. And the reason why is you want to be able to use all the different advertising categories that are available to you. With a Facebook profile, you can only run ads that generate website clicks. So in order to benefit from the other types of ad objectives, like an open house, for example, as well as being able to target people on more than just a geographic range, but actually target people based on common interest of people who you already are connected to, you're going to want to have a Facebook business page. The other thing you're going to want to have on your Facebook business page is recall what we talked about earlier about people's perception of you and what they see online and what they're going to think. So you want to have good information on your Facebook page. Now that doesn't necessarily mean you need to be posting 20 times a day. In fact, Up until about 8 months ago, I would have said you would want to post 2 or 3 times a day. But the world is changing. Facebook is changing. And so I would say in this day and age, you want to have just good quality information on your Facebook business page a couple of times a week, right? That's all you really need to do, is just to make sure that there's enough good information so that when they go to your Facebook page, that they can see that there's something worthy of liking on that Facebook page. So you want to have good information on there. Probably should also have a website or a blog so that you can really benefit from linking the 2 of these things together, or the 3 of these things: your Facebook page, the ads that you're going to run on it, and your website. So those are the prerequisites. So what you're going to do is you're going to create your Facebook business page. You can go to facebook.com/page/create, begin that process. You want to provide good information, so just think through what your audience would want to have. This is home buyers, home sellers, homeowners, past clients, people who are going to follow you and follow your advertising message. You're going to provide good information, and then you're going to run Facebook campaigns and begin to see results. So for those of you who have questions about this, or you want to get help and you need some help getting started, I'm going to take just a second before I get to the Q&A, if you guys have questions about this, to share with you our Facebook Marketing for Real Estate program. What we have available is a complete program that I just spent a couple of weeks updating, because Facebook continues to evolve, and we wanted to make sure this product was very relevant and took into account all the changes that Facebook's been going through. So we have Facebook Marketing for Real Estate. It is an implementation program. So we give you the education as well as some tools so that you can run Facebook campaigns as well. In fact, we even give you, I think it's like 7 different campaigns. I'll share which one of those are. So here's what's included with this program. We give you Facebook marketing strategies. You know what I'm going to do? Instead of just showing this, I'm just going to pull up the actual product. It's easier for me to talk through it that way. That way you guys can also see what it looks like rather than me just talking about it. All right, so I'm just going to log into our Facebook for Real Estate program just so you can get a sense of what's in there, what's included. So when you log into our membership training portal, you're going to have access to this Facebook Marketing for Real Estate program. You can see Module 1, we have Facebook Marketing Strategies. Module 2 is how to configure and setting up your Facebook business page. We walk you through step-by-step how to do that. Module 3 is what to post. Module 4 is how you get more fans for your Facebook business page. This includes both advertising methods as well as no to low cost methods. Within the getting fans, we have the 5 no to low cost tactics for getting fans. We have the anatomy of a Facebook ad and running your Facebook ad. We have Module 5, which is Facebook campaigns for real estate, and then Module 6, which is advanced tactics. And then we've included in here, originally this was 30 to 90 days worth of posting content. That's when you were going to post 2 to 3 times a day. So I think this would last you probably close to 180 days worth of posting content if you do it every other day. So let me just show you when you get into the program, how we have it set up. So we have these are all video-based training sessions that I've put together. It's me walking you through step-by-step how to do this. So there's a Watch Me First video, and then you can see I'm going to walk you through how to run specific campaigns. So here's the interest-based campaigns. You can do things like people who are interested in real estate investing. You can target those individuals as an example. I think that's the one that I used in here. You can promote post to fans to convert them into leads, because just because you're a Facebook fan, that does not make you a lead. All right, that means that they've just accepted the fact that you're going to provide them information on a regular basis. We show you then how to get someone who's a fan on your Facebook page to actually submit information to you that will qualify them as a lead. The way we do that, of course, or not of course, but the way we do that is we provide, once you get them as a Facebook fan, you're going to provide them with valuable information that they would opt in and provide their contact information for. We step-by-step walk you through that entire process. We have our Just Listed, Just Sold campaign that I walked you through today. We have one campaign that we share on people who are just married or engaged or have young kids. So it's using Facebook's life events data to be able to target and find people who are going through circumstances that are most likely going, well, people who are going to move, many of them will be under these circumstances, so you can target those folks. You have the likely to move campaigns that we've put together. We have the renters campaigns that we've put together. We've got the current homeowner likely to move campaign, the open house campaign. So we've got all of these campaigns that we step by step walk you through, show you how to create them in Facebook. So that is everything in this Facebook module. We'll even, like I said, we have the posting content here. You just download this information and you can plug and play, copy it onto your Facebook page for it to go. So that's everything in the Facebook Marketing for Real Estate program. Like I said, there's 6 different modules here and can really get you up and running on not just using Facebook ads, but being able to use Facebook as a platform for your business. All right, so let me go back to the slide deck here so we can get to Q&A as quickly as we can. Like I mentioned, it includes roughly 180 days worth of Facebook posts for you that we've gone out and procured information for. We even cover things like what to post on your Facebook page and give you lots of details. I mentioned the 7 different ad campaign demonstrations, so we show you how to market to referrals. We show you how to select interests, for example, real estate investing and other real estate related interests. We show you how to take a person who's your Facebook fan and convert them into a qualified lead. We show you how to do digital farm marketing. We show you how to run just campaigns to people who just got married or just got engaged or have young children or just had young children. People who are likely to move, renters, so on and so forth. So lots of campaign examples to help you get up and running on Facebook ads. So this program, everything that I include is $597 in value, but I've got the Zuckerberg special offer. If you guys sign up, here's what you can get. You can actually get this Facebook for Real Estate program for free. That's right, I said for free. All you have to do is join our coaching club to get Facebook for Real Estate. So you join our coaching club. It's $197 initial payment, and then only $37 a month after that, and you will have access to this Facebook Marketing for Real Estate, as well as all the benefits of the coaching program. So you can contact our team. Let's say you're working with Facebook and you get stuck and you're like, I need some help. Well, you can schedule time, one-on-one session with our team, and they'll walk you through setting up a Facebook ad. Let's say you're using any kind of technology that we train on, like iPad for Real Estate or Evernote or any of the technologies that we train and educate on, DocuSign, for example. If you get stuck using the technology, this is like having your own personal customer support for tech. And you just reach out to our team, you schedule a time, they will demonstrate, walk you through how to use these technologies, including Facebook. We do 2 group coaching sessions every month. That's with either Gary Wise or myself, and we cover a broad range of topics. In fact, what I'll do is just show you, when you get into our coaching program, you get access to our entire library of all the coaching sessions that we've ever done. So this is really your entire year's worth of training. Here you can see we've got tons and tons of topics that we've covered, everything from using your iPad to work with sellers to preparing and using Evernote and 10 tech tools for real estate, digital marketing campaigns for real estate. We've got listing skills, CRM best practices, using Facebook for real estate, business breakthrough with Evernote, the buyer consultation and presentation, working with buyers in a digital, there's using Google reviews. So tons and tons of topics that we've covered. Each one of these are sessions that we've done with either Gary or myself. I'll just show you what it looks like. So we have the training session, and then we'll provide additional tools and resources as well. So we have here the 5-step cheat sheet that we put together to help you take this training session and implement it, as well as our digital listing presentation templates. Just a ton of resources that you get, and it's only for a very small investment of, like I said, it's a $197 initiation fee, and then within 30 days and after that it's $37 a month. By the way, you can cancel at any time. There's no contract, there's no commitment. Not like you have to be in this program for a year or 6 months. So you get into it. If you don't like it, if it's not a good fit for you, we also have a money-back guarantee, so just let us know within 30 days. And we'll give you a full refund within 30 days if you let us know if Facebook for Real Estate is not a good fit for you or the coaching program is not a good fit for you. So, by the way, I got one last thing before we get into Q&A. This offer expires on Monday, but if you sign up today, I've got something extra special for you. I'll throw in our expired listing digital campaign. This is a $700 value that we're going to throw in for those of you who purchase today. You can get in there, you're going to download, you'll get our sample expired listing report and the template. So we have this information that we've put together. That's My Home Didn't Sell, Now What, that we provide to that expired listing. We show you everything that you need to know on how to use all the tools and resources that we provide. You know what, I think I'll just jump over back here to the expired listings kit so you guys can see it rather than me talking about it. So we have the campaign blueprint so you understand what you're implementing from the campaign. You have all the training, so we have these implementation videos to talk you through the campaign strategy and how to use that My Home Didn't Sell Now What report, and the campaign emails that we're providing and how to customize them, and how to organize your landing pages and videos so that you can have a complete digital campaign for your expired listings. It's one that we use here at Good Life Realty. We provide you the templates that you need. We give you the emails that you just download here, the emails. You can see we provide it in a rich text format so you can copy and paste that into your email editor and modify it to make it your own, but we give you the templates there. We even have a module so that if you're new to doing video, how to upload your videos to YouTube, as well as a new resource in getting started with expired listing leads. All right, so that's the bonus item if you sign up today. You might be wondering, how do you get it? The easiest way to get it is just in your GoToWebinar interface, type in the word link, and we will send you the link to register for this program. Like I said, sign up for it today so you can get that expired listings campaign. If it's not a good fit fine, then just let us know within 30 days and we'll refund your money. There's no contract or commitment.